Hello. In this video, we will be talking about the collaboration of Rehabilitation Research Evidence, or Corre, lab. This lab is led by Dr. Robert Teasell, a physiatrist at the Parkwood Institute, scientist at Lawson Health Research Institute, and a professor at the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry. He has authored over 300 peer-reviewed articles, 20 book chapters, 60 monographs, and numerous published abstracts, posters, and presentations. The Corre lab is involved in many areas of research, but today we'll be focusing on two: the evidence-based reviews and clinical trials research. We'll start by talking about the freely accessible evidence-based reviews that the Corre lab maintains. The four evidence-based reviews are EBRSR.com, which is the stroke evidence-based review. Next is the RABI, or evidence-based review of moderate to severe acquired brain injury. In the bottom left-hand corner is SCIRE, or Spinal Cord Injury Research Evidence, and lastly, MS-BEST, or Multiple Sclerosis Best Evidence-Based Strategies and Treatment/Therapies for Rehabilitation. Starting with EBRSR.com, this is the longest-running evidence-based review. It is currently in its 19th edition and synthesizes results from over 4,500 stroke rehabilitation studies. Started in 2000, it is funded by the Heart and Stroke Canadian Partnership for Stroke Recovery. Next is RABI. Currently in its 13th edition, the evidence-based review of a moderate to severe acquired brain injury was formed by Dr. Teasell and collaborators Dr. Sean Marshall, Dr. Nora Cullen, and Dr. Mark Bailey, with numerous clinicians helping on the project. Very recently, the RABI project launched a web-based clinical tool designed with clinicians as the focus to inform best practices in an easy-to-navigate manner. However, if you're still interested in the research synthesis, the full RABI module is still available. RABI is funded by the Ontario Neurotrauma Foundation. Next, we will talk about SCIRE. SCIRE is funded by both the Ontario Neurotrauma Foundation and the Rick Hansen Institute. The SCIRE group is formed by Dr. Janice Ang, Dr. William C. Miller, and Dr. Andrea Townsend, all from UBC, in conjunction with Dr. Teasell, Dr. Dalton Wolf, and Dr. Swati Mehta from Parkwood. In SCIRE 6.0, over 10,000 articles have been reviewed, with 28 chapters written with rated evidence. The newest evidence-based review, MS-BEST, focuses on multiple sclerosis research evidence. 4 topics have been posted: bone health, team-based rehabilitation, spasticity, and neurogenic bowel, with more modules on the way. MS-BEST is headed by researchers at Parkwood and University Health Network and is funded by the Ralph M. Barford Foundation. Finally, we'll talk about some clinical trials that the Corre lab is involved with. Starting with the top left, the FLOW clinical trial, or fluoxetine opens window to improve motor recovery after stroke, is focusing on individuals between 2 and 12 months post-stroke with some lower extremity hemiparesis. The trial is using a double-blind, randomized controlled trial design with fluoxetine, or more commonly known as Prozac, compared against a placebo group. Both groups undergo a 12-week exercise program with some assessments. This is a Canada-wide multi-site trial led by Dr. Bailey from UHN, funded by the Canadian Partnership for Stroke Recovery and Bring Canada. Now just finishing, the EXTRA, or Exoskeleton for Post-Stroke Recovery of Ambulation, was a randomized controlled trial looking at lower extremity exoskeleton suit versus standard lower extremity physiotherapy in individuals less than 3 months post-stroke. This is a multi-site trial led by Dr. Janice Ang from UBC. The bottom 2 trials are both telerehabilitation trials performed completely virtually. The ABC, or Arm Boot Camp study, focuses on upper extremity grasping rehabilitation and uses a new proprietary device called the Tensor wrist sensor to count grasps and provide feedback. This study is led by Dr. Janice Ang from UBC. The TRAIL, or telerehabilitation with aims to improve lower extremity recovery post-stroke, focuses on feasibility and effectiveness of a low-risk lower extremity telerehabilitation protocol. This study is led by Drs. Brody Sakikabara and Dr. Ada Tang from UBC and McMaster, respectively. This concludes the video description of the Corre lab. Thank you for watching, and please check out links to these projects in the session description.